50 years.
50
in the
years.
same part.
You started
before
as
you
a
were born.
child, obviously.
I started when I was 31. And here I am, 81, 82 in May, full of optimism. Just bought a new car. That's bold when you're 81. So, you know, it's all good. I'm a bit old to do the farming. I mean, people say, we haven't heard you much recently on the farm. I said, not too many people hop on the back of a Massey Ferguson, do they, when they're my age? But it's good. It's been an honour.
It's been a journey as well, hasn't it? As Brian, over 50 years of that. I mean, is he a villain? Is he a Lothario? How would you describe Brian?
I wouldn't call him a villain. I think villain implies that he's a dishonest crook, which, I mean, he did actually.
He has been at times.
He has poisoned the river, but he's not. He's a philanderer. He's enjoyed the company of ladies rather more than he should have done at times. But as an actor, these are great scenes. What fun.
He is, what I was just going to say is, he's deeply flawed. That's
correct.
Code, I guess, for... It's not really a wrong 'un.
Oh, no, but
great.
flawed in a way that he's enjoyed most of the time. But, you know, I often say, you know, I've behaved really badly as Brian. It's allowed me to a very happy, settled married life with my wife, Judy, you know, so it's all good.
Do you love Brian? Do you love being Brian?
I love playing Brian, yes. I don't think I love him. No, I don't. I did, though, once say, when Brian was going to have yet another affair, I think it was Vanessa Whitburn, I said, who was the producer then, I said, Diane, don't make him all bad, though, because that's boring. Give him some redeeming features, give him perhaps a bit of a sense of humour, or make him a good dad, which I think he has been. And he's had to be, well, recently, my daughter Alice was recovering from alcohol, so... you know, I've been given the most glorious stories.
And the thing about the Archers, you mentioned that storyline, they don't have... Those storylines do not get forgotten, do they? They emerge really slowly and can play out literally over years. What's that like for you to play?
Well, I think it's a bit like Test cricket, which I love, that it all gets very exciting on the last day because you've got 5 days to get there. Well, when I had the story with Siobhan, or the love affair with Siobhan, which was I mean, what a joy, what fun that was. But Brian was living a lie for ages and ages before Jennifer found out, and then all that happened, and then the love child, and it all took 3 or 4 years. And if it's done on a television soap, I'm sorry, these stories go too fast because the pictures change and change. But we can be reflective and slower and perhaps more real, you know?
What about those who say that it's, even though it might go slowly, that for some diehard older Archers fans, they think it's a bit too sensational these days? It's not enough about farming and agriculture. It's too soapy, maybe.
Well, maybe they do, and they're entitled to. But, you know, we have to take our audience, which I'm glad to say is still strong and loyal. We have to take them as they come, and some people will always criticise. They will... You know, not everybody thinks you're the 2 best presenters on television.
Well, I think they do.
Most of them do.
No, I don't.
Certainly of the throng waiting to meet me and tell you. But, you know, it's you know, you've just got to accept that people have differing views.
Not everybody likes you.
No.
And that's fine.
That's right.
But that said, I mean, if you look on the BBC Sounds app, The Archers is like the most listened to podcast and the every single week, isn't it? I mean, it's got a tremendously loyal following.
Yes, well, I did the Archers podcast with Emma Freud recently, which was an absolute joy. And one of the things she did was play my first episode, my first scene ever in the Archers. And when it was over, I thought it was so dreadful. I was amazed I got another episode after it.
How much has your voice changed?
Well, probably aged a bit. In fact, I think probably has quite a lot. I've tried to age him as well. There are sometimes actors who must be forever young. I'm afraid that's just not likely. So I just let whatever comes out, really, say the words.
I bet you go into some situations and people hear that voice and they look and they wonder and they realise.
Oh, yeah, all the time, yes. Yes.
What sort of situations?
Well, I did frighten a woman and her daughter in a supermarket not long ago because I heard her saying to her son, now, I will be out, I'm going to be out, but you make sure you record the Archers for me tonight, won't you? And I interrupted, said, you better do that, otherwise I'll be around to sort you out. And she but I must just one other little story. My wife Judy looks quite like the lady who played Jennifer, Angela Piper. They used to get confused. There was a little restaurant just outside Birmingham we used to go to. Well, if I was up recording with Angie, the two of us would go. See? Then if I was up with Judy, the two of us would go. And there was a waiter called Jeffrey like that. You see, I used to come in and you go, oh, hello, Mr. Collingwood, you're all right. Got your little table around the corner, you see. And then next week I'd come in with, oh, hello again. You know? And then one day the three of us were up there, you see. So I said, look, I'll go in with Angie. And said to my wife, Judy, come in 10 minutes.
No.
So I came in with Angie. And he goes, oh, I've got you a table round the corner like that. And 10 minutes later, Judy walked in. I mean, he nearly had a fit. He rushed outside for fresh air.
It's like a scene from The Archers.
Exactly that, yes.
Oh, I love that. What a great story.
Well, it's true. It's true. I've had a blessed life. I'm a lucky man.
Still
Charles.
having a blessed life.
Yes. That's what I want, my age, you know.
Yeah.
I'm an optimist. I'm 81, I just bought a new car.
Yeah.
Now, that's a risk, isn't it?
No,
You know,
great.
I don't think it is.
And I
having met
drove
you at all.
here. I drove here from. I live just near Portsmouth, so it was a long drive yesterday.
Goodness me. Well, look, thank you for making
Safe
the effort.
drive
It is
home.
lovely
No,
to
I
have
left
you
the
here.
Birmingham studio this afternoon.
OK, but
Yeah.
so they make it in Birmingham. Yeah,
There
well,
we go.
Great to have you.
Thank you so much.
Charles Collingwood, Brian Aldridge on The Archers. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a